What up, Space Fam? Goes in here from AnimeUproar, back at it again to discuss the latest developments in the One Piece story, and let me just say, it's good to be back with Luffy and the Straw Hats. If you enjoy these One Piece reviews and want to keep them coming, the best thing you can do is smash that like button and share this video with a friend. If you haven't, be sure to subscribe, and this is crucial, hit that notification bell or you will miss future One Piece videos when they drop. And while you wait for the new videos, you can check out our playlist of One Piece videos, including videos about the Yonko and Warlords. Keep in mind there will be manga spoilers. We're talking about the latest chapter, chapter 975 after all. Now without further ado, let's get back to the worst generation trio as they were heading to fight Kaido and by extension Big Mom. The hype level is indeed off the charts. Chapter 975 is called Kinemon's Plan. We start the chapter with Shinobu being in danger. Remember, she was left with Momonosuke, and so when we saw Kanjuro using him as a hostage, we knew something must have happened to Shinobu, we just didn't know exactly what. But now we know how she's being kept from helping Momonosuke. Snakes, likely drawn by Kanjuro, are wrapped around her, perhaps ready to give her some fatal poisonous bites. As we know now, Kanjuro the Betrayer is not the crappy artist that he led us to believe he was. He's actually incredibly talented at drawing, and he can even make an exact copy of a human, let alone of an animal. Still though, despite his treachery, things are not going according to Kanjuro's plan. Luffy, Kid, and Law, who were in prison, are out and ready to fight. We then see some of the other Straw Hats, which adds even more to the hype. The Straw Hats were mostly off screen last chapter, but here we see Frankie laughing at the idea that bombs could destroy the Sunny. He even calls the enemies cute, being patronizing. He remarks that the ship is made using wood from the Atom Tree, the same incredibly strong material used for Gold D. Rogers' ship, a ship that successfully sailed to the end of the Grand Line. I love watching the pride Frankie takes in his work, and since I've been rereading One Piece from the start, I can really appreciate how important such a good carpenter is to have on a ship. That's something I really love about One Piece, how it's not like everyone's goal is the same and Luffy is the best. No, all of these guys are masters in their own domain and want to be the best at different things. In that sense, they complement each other and can help each other move close to their individual goals. Although I love Dragon Ball Z, it's clear that in Dragon Ball, pretty much everyone starts out wanting to be the strongest until they get left behind in the dust. You don't see Krillin wanting to be a master carpenter or swordsman. That's one of the big strengths of One Piece in my opinion. Everyone's dreams are intact as they move forward together. Anyways, the reason our boys are a little late is that the sails took some time to repair. Can't blame Frankie for that. We see Rockstar Brook, Robin, and the ever-cute Kara-chan. Luffy looks epic AF with the coat over his shoulders. I must say, I am digging that aesthetic. Our people expected more allies, but Luffy is not too bothered. He's pretty confident in getting past these beast ships, which is funny in and of itself because of how freaking huge they are. It's like in early Dragon Ball when tiny Goku used to take on huge opponents and crush them, except here it's on a larger scale with ships. We see Sanji, our favorite reindeer Chopper, and my favorite Lion Musketeer, Shishilian. We see Zoro and Nami too, who still has Big Mom Zeus with her. An amazing addition to the team which makes Nami way more powerful, so I really hope she can keep him for as long as possible. He looks great in his samurai hat too. We see the other two Inuarashi musketeers as well. You gotta love Oda and all of his references in One Piece to history and great works of literature. If you haven't, check out The Three Musketeers by Alexander Dumas. Thank me later. It's great to see our group back, but they're wondering where is everyone? Where are the prisoners, other musketeer members, weapons, and so on? Kinemon apologizes to them, saying all of their strategies and plans have been found out. He has no idea what happened to everyone. The Beast Pirates, with some funky character designs of their own, say that they destroyed the ships and the major bridges. But they don't mention killing any forces. Kinemon is clearly distressed. They need boats to get to Onigashima, and this night appears to be their last chance. Then we get some crazy AF info. The Funny Bird Pirate says that today will be a banquet in honor of the alliance between the 100 Beasts crew and the Big Mom crew, meaning that they can expect the most concentrated force of both crews to be there. Some of you asked if our boys knew about this alliance, and it seems clear now that they didn't. Captain Kidd is surprised, as is Law, calling it an Emperor's Alliance. the Beast Pirates set up a narrative of Luffy, Law, and Kid being completely irrelevant. They say nothing will change because 3 little pirate ships try to help the samurai. They even point out that they've already been defeated in Wano once, which is fair enough. The Beast Pirates really act like sinking these 3 small pirate ships will be easy. I love seeing Luffy, Law, and Kid all fight over which one is going to wreck the enemies who are so certain of their superiority and victory. Although caught off guard, it looks like none of our pirate captains are gonna change their plans because another frickin' Yonko and her powerful crew joined their already beyond OP enemies. I also love how Luffy wasn't even shown being surprised when the Big Mom Alliance was announced. He's as unfazed as usual, just wanting to rush into battle as soon as possible, like a true pirate king. I must say, this must be one of the most epic trios of all time. They're all captains, all fighting over glory, trying to be the top dog. We see them all use signature moves like Kid with Punk Rotten, Luffy with Bound Man, and Law with Room. The Beast Pirates are practically wetting themselves by this point. The huge ship in the center gets destroyed, showing that in shonen, size really doesn't matter. These 3 pirates from their relatively small boats completely overpowered this large vessel like it was nothing. The fighting has definitely started. Then Kyoshiro comes into the mix, and we know he's actually Denjiro, but no one else does. The enemies think Denjiro is here to save them, but then Denjiro goes on to attack their ship. He attacks the Beast Pirate ship, to the surprise of the men on board, who look at Kyoshiro like a boss, but he doesn't hurt them, he just neutralizes their cannons with his sword, like a true OP swordsman. Zoro recognizes Kyoshiro, some swordsman to swordsman respect right there, and he's also probably trying to figure out what's going on. Our guys don't know Denjiro's secret after all. Denjiro refers directly to the scabbards and asks them to allow the entire Kyoshiro family, all 200 members, to join them for the raid against Kaido. The men who expected Kyoshiro to save them are shocked, and everyone is wondering why he'd do such a thing. Why would he turn against the man he works for, Orochi? Then Denjiro mentions the Mound God incident where Oden saved Kinemon, his future wife Tsuru, Denjiro, and everyone else from the giant boar, and even took all the blame on himself. After this incident, both Kinemon and Denjiro had the biggest man crush on Oden, and you can't even blame them. Oden was very cool. Back in the present, Denjiro takes off his wig and tells Kinemon that it was he who caused the incident, and Kinemon knows that Denjiro is the only other person who would know that. That's when Kinemon puts it together and screams out that it must be Denjiro. Denjiro confirms that it is in fact him and explains that he couldn't reveal himself sooner because he wanted to play it safe. Truly a wise move, as we know now, since Kanjuro turned out to be a traitor. Denjiro reveals that he needed to stay in his position so that he could release 1,000 samurai from prison. Now he asked for the scabbards to allow these 1,000 samurai and the 200 members of the Kyoshiro family to join them. Then we get a pretty hilarious part. Denjiro builds up Kinemon for being smart enough to fool Kanjuro. He explains how Kinemon purposely misunderstood Yasuo's drawing to read the wrong port when it clearly meant another port. It was obvious to everyone else, but Kinemon told his close friends the wrong port, and so the spy passed on the wrong facts to Orochi. Kanjuro is shocked. His facial expression is gold. He inadvertently helped trick Orochi, so the actual forces are fine. Everyone had passed the bridges before they were destroyed, and the ships were already gone. All the ships that were destroyed, which were mentioned earlier, were just extra. Long story short, all 4,200 fighters who we thought were gone are actually safe and sound and ready to fight. How freaking quickly things change. Imagine how hopeless Kinemon and the rest must have felt just last chapter. They knew there was a traitor among their already small number. Weather conditions were terrible and they were in the worst tiny boat possible. A boat that had no place being on the water in a storm. Things looked bleak and hopeless. And wow, what a turnaround has happened here. It goes to show how quickly things can change. Now they got Luffy's crew, Law's crew, and Kid's crew, the 4,200 fighters, plus Denjiro and the 1,200 men he's bringing into the mix. They have more men than they could have ever expected. I absolutely love it, and it goes to show how suddenly things can change even when they look their bleakest. Now we even got our elder Yakuza boss, Hyogoro present and ready to kick some beast pirate butt. The raid is taking place and now the forces are closer to 5,400 people. Denjiro is serious and cool, saying, "Onigashima, here we come." Luffy, in his absent-minded way, is just enjoying the view, and even though he does understand how it worked out, he's glad that everything went well and that the forces are alright. No need to question it, it worked out and he's ready to kick some butt. The enemies are freaking out, sweating and crying. Denjiro compliments Kinemon one more time, emphasizing how much respect he deserves for pulling all this off. Kanjuro is furious and curses Kinemon for tricking him. Meanwhile, Kinemon is like, yes of course, even though he had no idea he got the port wrong. He plays it off cool, like of course he knew, but he actually made a mistake that ended up saving everyone. It's classic Oda, combining epic hype with humor and managing to pull them both off. That's the beauty of One Piece. It can be cooler than James Bond and funnier than The Office at the same time. We are told that luck is on our team's side at the end of this chapter, and it definitely is, since Kinemon stumbled into an amazing situation by accident, but he's gonna take full advantage of that. I feel like there are probably so many cases in history where things like this have happened, where things just work out unexpectedly and some guy is just like, yes, I planned it all along. But on a serious note, as the saying goes, fortune favors the brave. Kinemon was brave when all hope seemed lost. He took a shot and he was rewarded. He totally deserved this accidental victory. We're told that there will be no chapter next week, but we will have color pages to look forward to. Right now, things seem to have been explained nicely, and the puzzle pieces have fallen into place. Denjiro has revealed his identity, the forces are present and ready, our pirates are all here, and they know that Kaido and Big Mom have an alliance. Everything built up to this point intricately, and now is the time for battle. Let me know on a scale of 1 to 10 how hyped you are for this war in the comments. What do you think is gonna happen in the next chapter? And what do you think are gonna be some of the major highlights in this war? Clearly, these beast pirate ships won't be a problem to get past, so we should be getting to some of the bigger boss battles soon, and I can't wait. Kinemon, accidental MVP of this chapter, no doubt. He single-handedly tricked Orochi, Kanjuro, and even himself. You know, people say you have to trick your friends in order to trick your enemies, but Kinemon proves that a true master has to trick themselves to trick their friends to trick their enemies. Bravo. But anyways, that is it for this chapter review. If you enjoyed it and want to see more like it, the best thing you can do is smash that like button and share this video with a friend. If you haven't, be sure to subscribe, and this is crucial, hit that notification bell or you will miss future One Piece reviews, and you don't want that cause things are gonna get crazy AF real soon. A special thank you goes to our patrons over on Patreon who help us survive YouTube issues and who help make videos like this one possible. First and foremost, I want to thank our the 1-tier patrons, the ones who stand atop all clans: Steven Ingrata, Alola Natem, The World, Steelers, The School Bus, Tyson Quarino, Acquire Respect, Pate Hefa, and Chris Low Key. And I can't forget our Pro Hero tier patrons, the one and only Gilgamesh, Nothing But a Fan, Jason Wilson, Oden, Anatoly Kazatsky, Alpha Dio, Angel Cruz, Team Sparky 65, Rohan Kapoor, Cricket XP, $50 Beat, Ted No Ted, Jalter, Joe Stanton, Very Gucci, Jessica K. LaFawn, Alicia Actor, Emperor Otaku, and JCC Waka. Thank you all so much. If you enjoy our work, you can support more of it by going over to patreon.com/AnimeUproar and becoming a patron today for as little as $1. If you do so, you'll get your name featured in future videos alongside these amazing people right here, and you'll even get access to our private patron-only Discord where we talk about anime, life, and of course, dank memes. So check out patreon.com/AnimeUproar, link in the description if you're interested. You can also now join the YouTube channel and support more content that way if you prefer. Whichever way you choose to support us, you can get the same great benefits. Thanks again, and until next time, see ya, Space Cowboy.